Hey everyone, just me today for Top Decks. Didn't want to interrupt people's last minute playtesting, which I know that people have had. So yeah, also the toilet here, for some reason, is see-through, so it's kind of awkward getting people here. It's and I know some people commented on my voice. I think one person especially did. I don't want to yell. Normally at Kelvin's house I can yell, but because it's a hotel and I don't know how soundproof everything is, I try and speak on a softer voice, / the mic is closer to me than what it normally would be. So yeah, that's why everything is a bit strange. This week there is not a shortage of decks, there is still a lot of stuff. The key takeaway is that the Lyrical 4 is out in English, but also the energy generators and all that are in full swing. People have been figuring things out. There was a big tournament over the last weekend that you probably would have saw it if you looked at my previous video. I think my Monday video, alright, or Tuesday, depending on what it is. That would have talked about it, and I played in it and did okay. So overall, yeah, that's basically been going on. And look, I've got to get my laundry, right? I put something in the dryer, so let's just get into it, right? I'm gonna be skipping across like a lot if there's just a lot. Like if it's Shiranui, right, I'm gonna not really talk that much about it. I spent a lot of last week, I think we spent about a lot of last week seeing what the changes are, but generally if there's changes I'm just gonna mention it quickly and continue. So first off, Jiva's actually been seeing a huge surge in popularity because of this PR, and there were some decent results for it last week at the tournament, and I expect this to kind of still continue. The build is not concrete yet, but we'll see how it goes, right? There was one Gandeeva, I think. So here is the one Gandeeva, right? I don't really think there's much to say about this. It's like a one-off at a locals. Same thing with why am I not being able to tab? There we go. So here we got Angela Jirochi, one locals this week with Vermillion. Orlando, because Shenri doesn't exist in EN Lavston Golem, because I don't want to buy cats for a meme deck. This is not a meme deck, alright. Vermillion can be a deck. Yeah, congrats there. And then onto the Shiranuis. So Shiranuis, I think the main change has been like they have space to add more cards for grade 2 gaming, and this is where the Izawar comes in. This is what I was running too. It's basically what the first Shiranui topping list has been. You just put that in and your grade 2 game suddenly becomes like the best out of all the stride decks. So that really helps. That's a big thing. Before you just put in the Shenris and called it a day, but now you actually just have that space. So it really comes up. It really comes up. It's another counterblast tool that you can use early on, well, in that grade 2 game as well. So I guess it's like an easy addition. And then I think my deck comes in here. So here's me. I made top 16. I lost to Prism, which is a bad matchup. I borrowed Different Fights deck. This thing actually spells deck. Alright, it doesn't spell dick. If you're seeing dicks, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. The reason why is because if you check my deck code, I submitted my deck with the name deck because I didn't think I'd top. I thought I was going to go 0-2 drop and go do something else, but you know, if you do that, you normally it is what happens, right? They made me redo my deck because I forgot to put in the energy generator, so I had to put that in, and I couldn't be bothered to think of a new deck name. So yeah, it definitely spells deck. This deck is basically the basic build, except instead of a 4th Shenri, it's just running an extra stride fodder. Since I borrowed the deck from Different Fight and couldn't change it, and Shenris are expensive, if you have a complete deck, just get the 4 Shenris and then call it a day, right? If we don't have Shenris by the time this comes out, then there's other soul charging tools. They'll be less good for the grade 2 game, but it is what it is. It is what it's. It's still a solid deck. So yeah. Oh, I forgot. This week's top D is me, because every time when I top and Kelvin's not here to keep me in check, I just give myself the award. I'm like Obama giving Obama an award. Right, I have to give myself props. But yeah, that is just that. There'll be another award. I'm not that mean. I'm not that mean, alright. Shiranui is still a very strong deck, but it does have auto lose matchups. So that's it. And we have Song in the Rorowa 2-man shop tournament. These guys get 66 players for their shop tournament. That's actually insane, right? It's insane. I think they made top 4 and lost, so that's just it. They do like the 2-man tournament, so it's like 33 teams, right, of 2, and then you guys just play it out. But yeah, and then his other teammate was running a Labrador, which is a very strong deck as well, so congrats there. And then moving on, we have the one Greedon list. This one, not really many, I guess you had that support in BT13, that was kind of it, but still a solid deck, just don't run into any Shiranuis. But I feel like, even though there's a lot of Shiranuis, it doesn't mean it's like 90% Shiranui, right? It's not like the Luard era, where it was like 80% Luard. This is still like, you know, sure, there's a lot of Shiranuis, but, you know, for the first, like, you won't face 8 of them in a row, or 5 of them in a row, right? You might face like 2 if you're as like an average. This is just a random guess there. Yeah. Furthermore, there's been a huge amount of Drajeweleds increasing, and there is I guess like there is a kind of like a cadence. This is the deck I actually wanted to give the top D award this week too. So this is actually relevant for Worlds this week. I think a bunch of people are still wondering what to put in for the last 4 slots, right? Of course, these do have energy generators, so energy generate actually makes your hand slightly better. It actually helps these late game decks kind of get through the early game, because they'll just have a few more cards that they can use, especially when going second. But with this one, I like the most is because, well, everyone's talking about Falcratia and those cards. This one just runs 4 Swirlers, and Swirlers actually does a big thing, right? Is that Swirlers allow you to push on 3 just a bit, right? You put down 2 Swirlers in the front, that could be enough, right? That could be enough. You could even use the Drajeweled skill with these Swirls. The Swirls could randomly put in like a grade 3 or whatever, and then, or Drajeweled, for example. The Swirlers can just randomly soul charge, right? And then, you know, build up enough the correct soul for your Drajeweled grade 3 turn, or you don't even have to, but just building that extra power is pretty nice. Letting you push on that grade 3 turn means that there's a less amount of grade 4 turns they can live. So I actually really like this kind of change, and I hope, like, you know, I don't know, maybe we'll see this at Worlds coming up, or, you know, people will just go back to the Falcratia builds. I don't really think there's that many other choices you can be, and this one definitely works. They won a Dark States trophy, right? So congrats them, congrats them. Next we have more Drajeweleds, so let's take a look. Again, a lot this week. Just basically everyone trying. I see a lot of Impulses. I don't know how good that actually is. We got Ignacio here from Tabletop Gaming. Came first at Tabletop and third at Imperial Gaming, so 2 tops this week. Apparently he's getting bored of the deck, but, you know, it works, right? Performs well, it works, and they're gonna have to cook up something until they get Shiranui. Alright, so it is what it is. It is what it is. New York Card Fight Sunday's winner at Fordham Comics was Louis with Drajeweled. Yeah, which this one is running 1 Falcratia and Pusa, and some of the Cyclers. I found the Cyclers are kind of conflicting with the build. Also running Gungaram too. Wow, there's so much weird stuff in this one. So this one's a bit of a different one, okay? And then Lucas here, 4-0 at LBTO4 with Ignis. Pulled the nice LSR Shana. Oh, that's pretty good. Pusa grabbing pieces from Soul is just too good. Congrats. Let us play early aggro or to rush youth. Okay. 4 draws because the deck needs to see pieces to wins, as it does without triggers. So yeah, a lot of people are also trying the Gungaram, but, you know, I feel like the Swirlers are fine too, right? Swirlers have that perfect grade 3, and Gungaram lets you push early, but you need your soul. You actually need your soul, right? So I don't know about the Gungaram instead, but I've heard people have been trying Gungaram. Nicholas Jacobus, Vanguard D Standard Mola Weekly, first place. So nice. Falcratia, which is, I guess, Cat and Quenlu. So I dig the Quenlu tech as well. I'm not gonna lie, Quenlu seems kind of funny. Just getting that extra kind of guard restrict going is pretty cool. New York Card Fight as well. Sunday's winner at Lubis Inc. was Kevin with Drajeweled. Enjoying my last minutes of Dragon with 5 Flames. Will Shiranui or Divine Z takes it? I don't think. Will Divine Z really take over them? I think Shiranui for sure, but not sure about Divine Z. We'll have to see more, right? So far, Reziel seems pretty good, right? New York Card Fight, another week for a deck. This one, Kevin with Drajeweled as well, coming first. Ralph second with Youthberk. Danny with Prison third, and Brandon Fennell in 4th. And then last of the New York card is just pretty much just all Drajeweled, man. Monday's winner at Brooklyn Wasteland Games was Mustafa with Drajeweled. So good job, Mustafa. Second was Vaughn with Hexaorb. Third was Kevin with Drajeweled, and fourth was Eric with Kyrie. Yeah, so cool. On to some of the Chronojets. We had a few Chronojets this week as well. I think we've been seeing an increase in that. Maybe it's because of the generator. Right? The generator does make the stride decks better, so this could be it. But unfortunately, we don't see Messiah. Right? Messiah, bad times. So a few more here. All right. The order itself is just not that great, as expected. Because this deck was already pretty solid. Run the ladder. The ladder will always help you in that bad Shiranui matchup. If you say bad, why is it bad? Well, Shiranui is just kind of good against nearly everything. Yeah, this one has the 4 orders, which is pretty crazy. And then last we got Vega into top 8 of Clash of Nations, playing Jet Jutsu Kaisen, and broke my curse of bubbling out of bigger events. Placed 8th in Swiss and 4th in top 8. So congratulations. Let's go already get the Falcratia here as well. So nice. Next we have is a couple of Bastion lists. Some face down cards, I don't know, but yeah, Bastion lists are fine. We have one from Decklog as well. This one's running Blast the Ride line, and I guess it might be relevant now just because people understand to rush Bastion. Yeah, but running some of the old Bastion cards too, which is a bit, I don't know, you really need it, right? I think a lot of decks transition out of it before. I think you just have way better use running other stuff, right? So not sure about that. And then Davin here at the Ikebukuro trio fight. Being the player to go against meta decks is tough, but good results. But yeah, I think Bastion is just one of those decks that can, because you just make numbers and maths doesn't lie. So overall, like, congrats. Went 4-2. Is it? 6 round team tournament. Wow. Okay. Yeah, 4-2. Doesn't make cut, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Couple of Hexaorbs as well. So Hexaorb in 50 card format with I guess that the generator does kind of help you quite a lot with the Hexa one, because Hexa doesn't really gain hand that much, and is when you played it before, it feels like it's always missing just a couple of cards to make the pieces or just to survive. I guess the generator, like, over the course of your couple of the turns in the game, you get like probably 2 to 3 extra cards. So it actually is pretty good for Hexa, just getting those extra pieces to edge out your opponent. Of course, now your opponent also gets a 2. They might be able to draw PGs from that, but just having the extra resource for the Hexaorb, I think, is fine, right? So next after this is Youthberk, right? I don't think there's that many changes to this guy. They ran some of the old order, which I kind of just don't agree. I think it's just like way better slots, right? While running the order, this person at least ran still sticking with one zest. But yeah, adding in a guard restrict and the cat girl for defensive, or Reedy as well. Yeah, okay, I can. It's understandable. New York card fight here. Friday's winner at Silk Road Gaming was Andrew with the Youthberk, and this deck is also for sale. Apparently, if you want to buy this, go for it. And this one is running some Drilling Angels, Mokays, now that you have the space, and looks like an Evergreen Transfer, which I guess is pretty cool, because you do build up extra soul here that you don't really need. Sheeple, Hermelin all standard locals with Lyrical 4 was allowed because it was in store and people wanted to test new toys. So first here was Sheeple with the Youthberk deck, right? Nothing really changes. If it's a strong deck, it's a strong deck, right? And so with some Reedy techs, and I think it's the Garmor clone, I forgot the name. And then next we have is Raphael with Pacifica. Whoa, Pacifica! okay, not bad. Third was Thybus with Hybrid Lianorn. I don't think we have that. And then Vanguard Break with Lutetia. So that's nice. Alright, so congrats there. Illusion took Brickberg over the weekend and topped both times. Saturdays went X1 in Swiss, then getting knocked out in top cut, and then went undefeated on Sunday and having the luckiest last round ever. Debating about keeping Reedy in, but overall the deck performed great. So yeah, there's the one Reedy. And I guess, what was the other choices? Reedy and 3 Drilling Angels, right? So, okay, that's nice. Ray, this was the Rowell 20 as well, and then they went, they made, this is the other side of the, I guess, of the, what you call it, the bracket, right? They partnered with Luard, and this was just Youthberk, and they made it to top 4. So nice. And then speaking of Luard, we are at Luard now. So Luard, I think Luard won a couple of the tournaments over the weekend. It was pretty strong. Luard is the deck that really doesn't have any bad matchups, but I guess like you can probably win every matchup, but it's harder to play. But also, yeah, it kind of requires against Shiranui. Is it a bad match against Shiranui? You have to like search for the Bracing Angel ladder, but the Shiranui deck just outplays you at grade 2 game, right? So I guess that's like a key difference you have to understand when playing this deck, is you probably will be forced to ride up first most often, and you have to learn how to deal with that. This is from TT Zone tournament, so that's pretty cool. The winner was a Luard, second was a Mygo, so that's from Dargon, alright. And then here is just more Luards, and I think right now, I think a lot of players run like the 4 selling goal, and then in some cases run Painkiller, because that serves as a pretty good grade 2 game kind of thing. This one's not running the Greninja. This is from Greninja 1198, so from Bricks Play Vanguard tournament. But yeah, so it's just it's how do you say it? Like, I think most very strong players do gravitate to Luard if they want to play a strong deck, just because of that lack of bad matchup kind of scenario. And then Dracon came second place with Luard, so congratulations, right? And then on to Magnolia. Magnolia is a deck that recently got a PR that made it very strong in my opinion. I think it's this card is the PR, and it adds like insane shield and I think counter charge as well. So it helps you get your markers very quickly and serves as a defensive tool. So it's very cool. I expect to see more from Magnolia. There was quite a few Magnolia at the tournament as well over the weekend. So yeah, pretty cool. And then next is Zorga. Zorga probably going to get some support soon with Divine Skill, which is crazy. And then everyone looks like is back to Red Zorga. Is that correct? This one, Andrew, 3rd place locals with the Blue Zorga. Thank you for your guidance and help. Fasen Kitakaze. My last locals before I move out from this country, of course, it's gonna be emotional. Oh, wow, okay. Last locals, dang. At least you get to look at it, see a new place, right? Think of the plus side. And then some Rorowa. So also, this is also a deck that seems to have been rising up a bit as well. The Rorowa, a lot of the better players, I think I mentioned this in the previous video, but a lot of the better players have been like trying this deck out. And it just looks like because new PR that got released, that was really good. But it should be interesting to see where this deck kind of heads. Nothing really concrete here. This one was from Z Winter. I got kind of bored of the Lianorn, so I tried running it down today at locals with Rorowa. Ended up winning the whole thing. Right, list is kind of jank. I just threw random stuff in it since some of my cards are in the other decks, but I guess it works. So I guess maybe not copy this one if it's just totally random stuff that he threw in. But if you've got a JP build right now, this is one of the builds that have been flying around, and you can definitely give it a go, right? So that's definitely something people should be keeping an eye on. Yep. Moving on to the Lianorn. Lianorn is pretty much the winningest list this week, the most amount that we have, maybe. Lianorn has been doing pretty decently, pure Lianorn at least, right? Maybe not much the masked Lianorn, but probably now, yeah, there it is. When I say that, the masked Lianorn pops up. To be fair, both are doing pretty well in Japan. I know DF swears by masked Lianorn, but pure Lianorn, since it's got its new calling PR, is just really, really insanely good that everyone's just kind of switched over to that. Gary Stefanos, right? This is what came in. The winner was, this is on the report PTC Cardfight Weekly 20, and the winner was Ardira with Lianorn list. This is actually running the Mask Lianorn. Wow, okay. And the second was a Youthberk, and then the third was a Luard. So okay, beating out those Keta Sanctuary. decks pretty easily, right? Yokai Taco, Friday Night Vanguard at the Inventory Guam, right? This was Varial with Lianorn. Promos popped off real well, but I hardly saw him use Vivace. This is, I mean, because you're only on like 2 copies of Vivace, right? It's basically there for Lianorn first skill fodder to core stuff, or in the rare situation where you can rewrite it. Yeah. And then Jordan Heng, AGC Special Tournament, first 50 card main deck 20 with Lianorn. And this was with the mask build as well. He says flexibility is key to win with this deck, lose the battle, win the war, won the playmat in the lucky draw. So yeah, alright, congratulations with the, is it an Avant-Garde playmat? Seems pretty good, right? Pretty good. And then this one was a Claudine, right? So Claudine list, right? Nice. It looks like a Rush one as well with the, this is Grade 0 Order. And then here was actually one of the new, I actually picked this guy up. It's a Cristianos, right? Cristianos, can you see it? Yeah. Which is actually getting some support, right, in the next set. I feel like these quick start decks getting some support seems pretty cool. They're not just there to just being thrown away and take the energy generator, right? So that's nice to see. Next we have is the Seraph. This is New York Card Fight. Friday's winner at Toy Wiz was Thompson with Snow, right? And just how do you 50 card Seraph here? I think the yellow. Is this the on-hit girl? The on-hit girl to Prison 2, right? Not 100% sure, but at least we see something. Second was Eddie with Orfist. Third was Baldwin with Letitia, and fourth was Dwayne with the Youthberk. Okay. Onto Orfist. He only won Orfist this week. Kind of dropped off, which is crazy, but I definitely played in tournament. So yeah, here's one of the Orfist ones from Japan. A couple of Dyanos as well. So Dyanos, I know some people are rating it in English. Personally, not a fan. 50 cards as well. The scout base is, I guess now you have searches, so it can be easy. You just don't get the natural draw, but it is what it is. And then just a couple of them in some of the hobby stations, and then one here is Chilaris, right, at the Good Games Morley weekly tournament. First was Raiden Taylor with B Hero. Second was Crush Rush with Chronojet. Third was Nathaniel Fontana with Chronojet, and fourth was Sam Newland with Omini Gruzio Mask. Right, so okay, nice to see. And then this one also got so the quick stuff for this deck also got some, well, not really support, but they've been trying to make this work. And this is pretty interesting. Just put a bunch of, Dark Knight cards to draw, and then, you'll profit from the set orders by using the Vanguard skill, right? So seems kind of cool, seems kind of interesting. And then a couple of lyrical decks as well. So Lister, right? Lister's back. Got Lauren Roll as well. Herminia, this is Fortia with the new this is I guess this is the standard Fortia. You just see these two combos, right? But then we have a Herminia here as well. So powerful. This one is only is it just a double kind of? No. Oh no, but this is the OG, right? This is the OG, my bad. So we've got the real G here. So that's cool. And then this one is the Kyoka. So Kyoka of the second magazine has been doing fine. And then here is the, I think this, which one is it? This is Medial? This is Medial, right? Not really, did Medial get anything new? Right, I know it got Stolas, but then not sure about recently. And then here we have Matt. It's been a while since I've topped, and it was really nice to do it again with Little Far. Went 3-0 tonight in Discord Locals, and love the deck to pieces. Thanks to CC Gelu, as always, for running the events. Time to start testing other lyrical decks now. So I think this is the Giant Girl, right? I don't really think we see much of the Giant Girl, so at least this can be a reference for you. So congrats there. And then finally for Benjamin Soon, this was at Sanctuary Gaming, and they used the new Letitia, the new curse, this order is actually pretty cool, because now you have a whole bunch of orders, which makes hitting your first grade 3 turn restand worth it, right? Worth it. Second time playing this deck, and not bad. Gate needs to get Forest Curse install ASAP, which that's the whole deck, right? That's the whole deck. After that, we have the Lyrical 4, so this is the new stuff. This is what's coming out for us. This is a Shamo deck, and running, not sure why running this blue order though. That one's a bit strange. I'm not seeing any Ballista ride line, because actually the ride line for Shamo is actually pretty decent, so yeah, that's weird, that's weird. Next is another Shamo, right? Shamo, this one's not running anything strange. So if you want to build Shamo deck, this is one that you can definitely use. We have another Shamo here, and then we have here is New York card fight. Wendy's winner at Card Quest Inc. was Tess with the Shamo. Very fun deck. Finally can put a first place top Lyrical under my belt. So yeah, congrats there. Second was Daniel Bastion. Third was Tom Rater with Dyanos, and fourth was Kevin with Drajeweled. Right, so cool. Luke Phil Arkimo, first place. What is with the Shamos? Is everyone on Shamo, right? First place Shamo got steamrolled yesterday with this deck, but VG decks are like shoes. Gotta wear them in. Yeah, I guess it's true, right? Sometimes when you play a deck, you just get absolutely demolished, right? Demolished. So it looks like coming in first this week. It's like karma, right? It's like karma. So nice. Where is is it a prism? Someone's going to be preparing. Yeah, here we go. Zarin Zephyr, local internet man, played prisms with no prior practice and somehow went 4-1. So people are underestimating prism, man. I think prism is very, very scary, especially going into Shiranui format. I lost to prism, right? There was nothing you can do against this deck. It's like, if you like V prism, I think you'll probably like this deck. It's actually pretty crazy. So yeah, cool. Collab deck wise, we have Mervin TCG. I think he topped in both Armory, TCG, Vanguard. Yeah, so he went 4th for this one, so solid list after yesterday's run. Only loss was due to my opponent having the most insane comeback checks, while me not seeing any PGs. And then here is the first place 20 win to get, is it for the playmat, so cool. And yeah, just did well. First place today as well, for one of the days, right, with this pretty much the same Igo list, so cool. And then a couple of collab decks. So this is, I think it's just this is Kashu, or can't really see, it's a bit blurry. Oh, no, I think it's Mikazuki. So here's the Mikazuki list, so that's nice. Haven't really seen that much token Rambu, right, of course, but there's so many decks right now that there's so many things to explore. Morphonica 1-2, and then here is a Mushi King, right? Mushi King, and then another Mushi King. So a few more Mushi Kings popping up, maybe to do. Now you have like double crest, the plussing gets even more insane, and then another Morphonica. So this is Flux from TT Standard 20 and just came first place. First top in new format. I just think Mygo cards are better than. Wait, is this Mygo? Did I put this in the wrong spot? I think it is. Wait, no, it's Morphonic, huh? I think my brain is. I think my brain is melted. Yeah, no, I think this is. Did I just totally mess up Morphonica? Let me see. Yeah, I think it's Mygo. My bad, boys. No, that's not. No, wait, what? No, it's Morphonica. This is Morphonica, right? Yeah, no, it's Morphonica. It's definitely more fun. Whatever. It's a Bang Dream deck. I'm getting confuzzled here. So yeah, congratulations Flux for coming in first. And then that is it. We are on to V now. A couple of V decks. Not really that many. There was a Japanese MLB deck. Is this like a TD? Right? Is this just straight up a TD? Or maybe not. I don't think this is the TD, but yeah, pretty old school. We have Chilaris from Good Games Weekly V Premium Tournament, and this was running a Fenrir deck, right? A Fenrir deck in V, right? It's kind of it's not really anti-meta, right? How do you play? It's everything. The Excel decks are so strong right now, so I don't know. Is this Yeah, okay. I guess people have fun in V, right? If you don't run the meta stuff, V is okay, right? Zoo, for Zoo, we have a New York card fight here. Saturday's V Prim winner at Fulham Commons was Drajeweled TG with New Nectar. Great to see player skill and deck building pay off, especially against the meta. The Celia Inns hybrid. So, oh, this is Celia reverse deck. Wow, okay. Haven't seen that in a while, but Cecilia is one of my favorite cards. They are insane. And then for premium, we have a Japanese Angel Feather list. Is this Gize? Yeah, Angel for the Gize list. All right. So, as I think I said it quite a couple of times, Gize actually quite bulky now. And I've seen this defensive order here, which just kind of moves all the heals into the Guardian circle. So pretty scary. Boldo came first place, I think, with Chaos, right? Chaos, yeah. So I think it's a relatively standard Chaos list. So congrats. This is a Pale Moon list. Second place Prem, Harry list, lost to NLK and Thompson, didn't have a second disruption. So yeah, unfortunate. That's just what happens sometimes. Can they actually see this properly? Maybe not, maybe so. But yeah, that's unfortunate. It's Discord. And then Squall finished third at Tefta Games with Scatic. Oh wow, Scatic. I haven't heard that in ages. All right, is this Scatic Turbo? Right, is it Scatic, or is it? It looks like it's kind of normal. Or maybe it is Scatic Turbo. You know, it is Scatic Turbo. It's getting, see this. Welcome to the tournament expecting 0-3 Rye deck. Defo helps the deck. Also, this is with a Rye deck though, and this is 46 plus 4. So not the correct kind of deck. No wonder it was so consistent, right? And then after this, we have Yellow Card TCG. So Dark Sphere Premium Locals. This is with a normal, or Grand Blue deck. I should say normal, but Grand Blue is very strong. So first was Pape 2 with this, right? And then second was Yellow Card with Crusoe, right? Crusoe right there with Eradicators. And then third was Shark the Fool with this. So okay, nice. And then Sutare won a bigger prize pool local premium tourney with my beloved Yolanda Turbo, right? So this is just a new Nectar, but running Yolanda, I think for the early game, right? The early game to push damage. So nice, that's cool. And then lastly, Nguyen Tronan, playing another premium tournament with this another new Nectar list, right? So blue. This is the blue new Nectar. So yeah, it's back. So that's cool, right? So unfortunately, I didn't want to kind of speed run it. We did do it pretty quickly. There was just a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening. The decks are still very, very interesting, of course, all the small little changes. But unfortunately, can't go through it too much. Next week, I think might be different. We'll see. It's hard to just set everything up on a holiday and expect everything to go well. So yeah, hopefully we'll be back in a couple of weeks and then resume the normal content. That's it from me though. If you have decks, don't forget you can submit them. If you're here at Worlds, don't feel shy. Just say hi. I'll be there at the dinner if you're watching this somehow, right? But yeah, Worlds is tomorrow. DF's big tournament is on Sunday as well, so you've got a good weekend of Vanguard. Go watch it. That should be pretty insane. If you want to submit decks, hashtag VGTopDecks, put it on Twitter, and post comments and a picture. So that's it for me. See you all later. All right, gotta get my laundry. All right, bye.